Hey, Karen here. And in today's lesson, we're going to talk about finding your ideal client. How many times have you said to yourself, my business could get really big if I could just find the right clients? If you have, trust me, you're not alone. There's a ton of entrepreneurs that I know that have all had that same thought at least once. But the good news is that there are so many ways that you can find your ideal clients. And in today's lesson, we're going to go over 5 strategies that I've put together that you can universally adopt to help you find them. First and foremost, you have to know who you are. Now, Amazon and eBay, they seem to have something for everybody, but that's just not practical for a small business. A small business must focus on a client base. And that means that they all first must focus on themselves. And no, that's not a contradiction. You know, look, it's simple. You can't determine who your ideal client is if you don't have a firm handle on what your business is and what it does best. Now, I've run into a lot of entrepreneurs over the years who still haven't mastered the basic elevator pitch and can't simply explain to me, their company. But if you tell me we teach children to play soccer or we install energy saving commercial generators, I know that you know who you are. Then you've got to know your competition. And don't tell me that you don't have competitors. We all have competitors. And in order to succeed, we must understand what they offer, who they cater to, what their price points are, where they operate, where they find their opportunities, where they succeed, as well as where they fail. By getting to understand your ideal client in this way, you'll see that, the openings that are there for your business to find more clients and perhaps the things that you must do to, better in order to get more business from your existing clients. Now, as you're making this list of your competitors, be sure to include both your traditional competitors and the businesses that are actually disrupting your industry. And include the ones on Main Street as well as the ones online. And you've got to do your homework. You've got to read the papers, the magazines, the websites, or the blogs that are related to your industry. Is there a LinkedIn group that is related to your industry that are, that's for businesses like yours? There is, then join it. Is there a Twitter chat that's dedicated to your industry? Then participate in it. And as you read and you listen, your goal is to focus on what your industry is saying about opportunities. What do the leaders in your field say about what the future holds and where the clients will be in, say, 3 years or 2 years? The good thing about doing your homework is that it's a lot easier than what it used to be. Now all you have to do is go on to Google News and you can set up alerts for key terms of your industry. You can use the name of your competitors and the economic factors most likely to have an impact on your industry and your business. But one major thing here, and do yourself this major favor, don't have your alerts delivered more than once a week. And the reason is because you're doing your homework to actually take place of your real job, which is running your business. And don't be afraid to ask your peers. I'll admit, this one can be hard. What I'm asking you to do is to conduct interviews or surveys to better understand who would be interested in your product and services. You know, just as technology has made delivering alternative finance a lot easier, it has also made it simpler to gather information from people who don't know, you know, who you don't know, or those that you might hesitate to approach. Now, there are several online survey companies out there that will help you create a survey, and they'll even help you buy a target audience to take it. The fees that they charge are really, you know, they're well within reach of most small businesses. And don't be afraid to be seen. You know, you've got to go to networking events, especially those that are likely to have some of your target audience that, you know, is in attendance. If you want to find families with, say, young children, then get involved with school activities and fundraisers. If your ideal clients are, say, within a certain geographic area, you know, take a look at the local Chamber of Commerce and see if it's a strong one. And if it is, join it. Don't be afraid of stepping up to the microphone when you go to these events either. I'm not telling you to give a long spiel about your business, but speak to the audience with authority on a topic that actually interests them. They can very well become your ideal client when they understand that you have the knowledge and expertise to be a resource to them. Now, your assignment for this lesson is to download and complete the ideal client worksheet, which is posted below the video in, you know, here, as well as in the file section in the Facebook group. Then when you finished it, I want you to post it to the Facebook group for feedback and help in getting to the heart of who you are meant to serve. Thank you for joining me today, and I will see you in the next lesson.